Are the earrings and necklace a set? They're not. This was sent to me by a fan. I bought this from my stylist. My stylist makes earrings. Probably buy some on Monday.
Can I not hear you for some reason?
Can you hear? Hello? Can you hear me?
Oh, you got it. Yeah,
Hello?
you were on mute for a second.
Oh, interesting. Okay. How old are you, please?
39.
39. Fantastic. Which bathroom should I use?
Pretty sure I know that you had the operation. You're going to intimidate a lot of women going into the women's bathroom.
I mean, what about me would be intimidating?
I'm sure you know, like, I'm sure you know that you're walking in there and they're seeing, broad shoulders and, you're pretty, I mean, you look tall. You're probably what, like 5'11"?
So, should women that are 5'11" and up not be allowed in women's bathrooms? There are taller women than me.
I mean, those 5'11" women have rounded shoulders. They're a little bit,
Some women have broad shoulders.
Can you see how it would be intimidating, though? Is that at least understandable?
Whether they're intimidated or not isn't really relevant because I'm not a threat.
But why wouldn't you just go into men's bathroom? Why can't you just go in there?
Because I'm not a man.
In yourself, you're not.
So, yeah, requiring a woman to use the restroom is problematic, no? Hello, Kayla.
Oh, say that again. I'm sorry.
Oh, I was saying hi to a friend. Wouldn't you say that it's problematic to require a woman to use the men's restroom?
A woman that looks feminine, like looks very, very feminine? No.
A woman that looks... You would not think it's required, that it's problematic for a very, very feminine woman to be required to use the men's restroom.
Oh, I'm sorry. A woman that looks feminine, yes, I would think that they should go in the woman's room.
Okay,
very feminine.
Are you arguing that we should segregate bathrooms based on...
I know there's masculine cis women.
Sure. So we're not going to segregate bathrooms based on how you look, right?
Are you scared?
I am at greater risk using... Are
you scared of the men's bathroom?
Which demographic is more likely to commit assault, men or women?
Males.
Yeah, men are more likely to commit crime. The men are more likely to be violent.
I mean, 74% of trans women in the UK have committed SA that are in jail. 74%. That's a high number.
Provide me that source.
In the UK, you can look it up.
That's not the kind of claim that you
simple
can make. Man bag, that's not the kind of claim that you get to just make. I need you to provide me.
Hold on, I'll find it. Are you going to give me a second?
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. How we doing, everyone? If you guys are new to my live and this is your first time seeing me, say hi in chat. And then everyone else, please tap that screen. Adora, your outfit's amazing. Thank you. Mental health, yep, that is a series of words put together. Now let's put it into a sentence. Thank you for the rose. Is there a difference between a woman and a female? Yes. Depending on how we're using the word female. Love your necklace, thank you, so do I. It's asymmetrical, but it still is really, really pretty. I do like a certain amount of asymmetry. Where are my sources? I provide my sources all the time. Liz Aveda. That's a cool name. What's the difference? When we're talking biologically, sex relates to your reproductive functions, and gender is psychosocial. Why is my safety more important than ours? It's not. My safety is as important as yours, and that's what's not being considered here. You guys are putting trans people at greater risk. As a matter of fact, trans people are 4 times more likely to face violence than cisgender people. So it is you all not taking our safety. All right, man.
I need a second to pull this up. I'm not real sure how to do this. Give me a second.
I'm
not real sure how to do this, so let me figure it out. Isn't it? Did it do it? It didn't do it, did it?
If you could just give me the title, then I can bring it up on my end.
All right, hold on. Give me a second.
Yeah, no problem.
I don't even know how to get this. Oh, there it goes. Okay. It's from the Telegraph.
Telegraph. Okay, it doesn't sound like a source then, but
it's a UK newspaper.
Sorry.
No. Hold on. Let me get the. Can I copy? I can't even copy the link.
Kayla, I 100% support gender-neutral bathrooms.
Just if you literally search up, more than 70% of trans in the UK have committed SA.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure you'll see that there's numbers that are provided. And like I said, like it sucks, dude. Ma'am, whatever. It sucks. It really, really does.
More than 70% of transgender.
Because there's really no right or wrong answer, especially.
Okay, so here's what I got from the Telegraph. More than 70% of transgender prisoners are in for sex offenses. And let's not forget that sex offenses can include. It says sex offenses. It doesn't say sex.
Yeah, that's bad, though, right? You would agree that's bad. That's a terrible number to have on your side.
Are you aware that that trans people are far more likely to resort to SW? I can't say the word on TikTok. TikTok will get me in trouble. Do you know what SW is?
What's the W?
Work.
They're more likely to get in trouble for that? Yeah, but it doesn't say that. It says assault.
It literally says offenses. It says sex offenses. I'm reading it right now.
Yeah, I mean, same thing. But like, like you go. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
There are two very important things in this article that you are ignoring. One, yes, a lot of transgender people do have to resort to fun times work because they suffer a lot of discrimination. And you know that fun times work is not necessarily legal in the UK, right?
That doesn't really clear anything up.
I mean,
like, what would be the reason that they're in there for that, though?
The article only says, in general, S crimes. It doesn't specify specifically which ones they are. And we know that a lot of transgender people have to resort to fun times work because they get discriminated in other sides of work. Okay? And the second one, this percentage is not in relationship with the overall transgender population in the UK. It's just about transgender people who are in prison.
In jails.
Just that.
Yeah.
So you cannot.
But there's 74% for something sexual.
You cannot
crazy. That's a big number.
But you cannot extrapolate the prison population to the overall population, because if you're going to see the statistics, the highest percentage of people that are in prison for S crimes are in fact cisgender men and cisgender women right after.
Oh no, yeah, but okay, 100% agree. But we're talking about cis men.
So if we're
You know
gonna,
what I mean? We're talking about. I mean, sorry, cis males.
but situation here is that you are trying to do a false extrapolation for the overall population. You need, in order to do that, you need to know the percentage of trans people that are in jail, relation with the percentage of transgender people that are living normal lives. They are not in jail. In regarding with percentages,
Okay.
there are more cisgender people that have committed offences in the UK than transgender people, even when we account for percentage of population.
So I only brought up the point of that number and of seeing that, just to say, you know what I mean? It's there's a reason why women.
But you understand that the
and I don't speak for all women. I speak from what my experiences are with women I know, right? Like everybody's very, very subjective to their experiences with everything. And for me, like if I'm thinking if there's if Adora walks into a bathroom, there's going to be uncomfortable women in there. If Adora goes into men's room, I don't think anybody's going to give a shit, to be honest with you.
So what?
I wouldn't care.
The situation here is, what's the function of a public bathroom?
Just to go to the bathroom, get the hell out of there. I get it. I understand that.
Exactly.
So the
I understand that.
The health thing.
Why make somebody uncomfortable?
Why is somebody's owed comfortability?
Right, and it's an ironic statement because you're advocating for me to use the men's restroom. Do you think I'd be comfortable there?
Like
no, but I mean, with all due respect, you're the one that changed. You know what I mean?
Man bag. A little boy who has
but
been.
You're the singular one in it. You changed.
Man bag. A little boy who has been victim of SA by older men, will have a difficulty going to the men's bathroom. Right? A little girl who has been victim of SA by older women will have a difficulty going to the women's bathroom. But we don't make people who are not the perpetrator suffer because of the crime that the perpetrator did. The criminals are not transgender people.
What are they like? Why are you so afraid to go to the men's bathroom? Like, what are you afraid is going to happen?
Because 36% of transgender teens do suffer some form of SA in public bathrooms. 36%, in opposed to about 22% of cisgender teenagers.
Yep, I've read that stat as well.
36%.
I mean, right, and we're talking
more than a third of transgender teenagers suffer some kind of SA in public bathrooms.
And on top of that, I'm not a man. I should not be required to use a men's space because I'm not a man. I'm a woman. And when you say that I have to use the men's restroom, you're saying I'm not a woman.
And do you realize that this kind of mentality it happened exactly the same way before civil rights in America, but regarding Black Americans?
I would prefer not to go down that lane if possible.
Yeah, but statistically it's the same situation. People say, "Oh, I'm very, very uncomfortable with this person because I don't know them," and then they make their lives of this person.
That's just disingenuous to bring up a race card on this topic, though.
But
it's very disingenuous.
Setting a boundary here. I do not want to talk about racial segregation.
We're not going to move there. Not going to move there. But
thank you for the corgi.
Literally, what happened, and it happened with several different groups of. But that's what happened with several different groups. I said one, but we can count on many along the story of humanity, because people are uncomfortable with what they don't know.
No, it's not that people don't know, it's that they do know. That's the issue.
If they do know, they would follow statistics, and they would be more afraid of cisgender people.
And like I said, I don't want to come off.
Man bag.
I want to come off like it's a conversation,
Man
not like it's a degrading thing, right?
Man bag, address what I said. If they did know, they would follow statistics and they would be more afraid of cisgender people instead of transgender people.
No, that like a cisgender man against a male in the bathroom, another male. That all that is completely guy on guy. Like they're just. I mean, if you have an issue, what do you do as a guy? You just protect yourself. Like in a woman's restroom, a male against a female doesn't add up.
Man bag. Do you know that one
less of an advantage?
Man bag. Do you know that out of every 10 men is a victim of SA by other cis men?
I mean, I guess if that's what you're just going to throw out these statistics that I can't check.
You can always search for this. These are very public statistics. But 1 out of every 10 men is a victim of SA by another cis man.
Listen, I'm not saying all people are great. I'm not here trying to. I'm just saying
the thing is that
a 6'11" trans woman going inside of a female bathroom, a woman's bathroom, if that 5 foot, 100-pound female is uncomfortable, why should she be in a space that was designed for her?
The space that was designed for her is the woman's bathroom. Because you have a lot of variance within women. The space that was designed for the transgender women is the women's bathroom. And I get that, but there's... But all like, typical, and I will say typical because it's not all, but, typical female, small frame, wide hips, tiny necks, rounded shoulders. Do you know that you are being very condescending towards women?
Hourglass shape.
No, man bag.
Excuse me?
Everything that you just described, trans women can be that way too.
No, they cannot.
They literally can.
And you have very muscular.
No, they cannot. They can in rare cases.
No, man bag, you're wrong. There are transgender women that meet the description that you just made.
There's probably some in like the Philippines, but listen, like 5'11", that's...
Yes, man bag.
That's a stretch.
I got news for you, man bag. There are 8 billion people on this planet. There's a wide variety of shapes and sizes. There's not just one.
And the same way that you have very well built, very tall, very strong women, cisgender women.
So like, I guess, and what I'm trying to say is, you have cis females that are walking into that bathroom, and they know. No,
we don't.
They know what?
It's not like you walk in. It's a big. They know that you're not a.
No, we don't.
They know what, man bag. I want to know what.
That you're not a cis female. They know. You know what I mean?
No, we don't.
No.
You know we have trans women that pass, right?
And that's what I like.
I'm gonna one up that point. I'm gonna one up that point, and it's gonna just wreck your argument. Last year, a cisgender woman was unalived because someone thought she was trans. A cisgender woman.
Yeah, and I was assigned.
So where's the source on that?
I was assigned female.
Where's the source on that? Can you pull that up?
Excuse me. Hello. I was assigned female at birth. I get mistaken for a man all the time.
I mean, I'm not going to say there's not masculine-looking females. There's masculine-looking females. That's just, it is what it is. I think that they have, studies that prove that, there's a reason why, probably, if you have everything checked.
Yeah, determining someone's gender is, subjective as fuck. You can't always tell.
Excuse me? I mean, listen, 9 times out of 10 you can tell here, all right? I'm not going to say that you can't.
Subjective.
No.
I mean, 9 times out of 10 you're going to know.
Nope.
And it's...
Nope.
And it's because you didn't have the same puberty as a woman.
Nope. Nine times
Or, I'm
out
sorry,
of
as a
10.
female. They
Nine
don't
times
have
out
this,
of 10.
they don't have the same puberty.
9 times out of 10, you are gonna put your stereotypes of your mental stereotypes of what a woman should be, and basically have a preconceived notion of the women that are in front of you, and you 9 times out of 10 you're gonna commit very severe mistakes. Because
I'm not going to commit
it's
any
not
mistakes.
what women
I'm gonna,
are; it's your preconceived notion of what women should be.
Women probably won't say anything, and that's the reason why you're probably getting that statistic, because they'd rather just do their thing, get the hell out of there, because they're a little intimidated.
Are you literally trying to talk over women like me and Vanessa?
What do you mean?
Because
You stopped talking, you paused, so I filled it in.
No, you are literally trying to say women will think. You have two cisgender women in this conversation.
And I have that source, Manbag.
Oh, I'm actually non-binary.
Listen,
I get your point.
I'm sorry, Vanessa.
That's not a thing.
Two women
Non-binary is not a thing.
perceived as women, and I'm sorry, Vanessa. I shouldn't have taken that for granted.
No, you're good. You're good.
So, Manbag,
you can't be non-binary.
are you just ignoring?
Yes, you can.
That is incredibly transphobic, and you're just completely ignoring what I'm saying after asking me for a source.
No, because even if you're, I'm sorry, go ahead. You want to do your source, because then we can touch on that too if you want.
Yeah, you asked me for the source. Did you want it or not? It's up to you.
Why are you getting so mad? Relax. I'm not trying to I'm
You're
telling
being
you how the
transphobic
world
and
views it.
dismissive.
If you don't, the world views it this way, Adora. This is the real life. I'm trying to give you real.
Okay, so
And
I'm
how
trying to
people
point out
perceive
to you that you guys
Isn't
don't
that what you
know.
want?
No, Manbag, stop. I'm trying to point out to you that everyone says, oh, we can tell. No, you can't. Michelle Peacock was unalived. A 59-year-old black woman was unalived. A cisgender black woman was unalived because Earl is the guy who unalived her, allegedly referred to Peacock as a male acting like a woman in interviews. He thought
that's just being what, flamboyant?
Transgender.
The woman was being flamboyant? What do you mean?
Amy Tones was washing her hands in the women's bathroom at Walmart in Danbury Friday when a
Where did it
stranger
say that
approached
they
her and
mistaked
said,
her as trans?
His words, a male acting like a woman. His words, that's in quotations.
So cross-dresser?
no,
Jesus Christ, guy. A male acting like a woman.
the dude
That doesn't mean trans. Do you know that they self-identified as trans? In the article, does it say that person self-identified as trans? Because if they didn't, that's inconclusive.
No, this person was cisgender.
Man, back.
They still have to self-identify before you can call them trans.
We're talking about a person.
If I'm not mistaken, isn't that part of the rule?
We're talking about a person that was not trans being mistaken for being trans. Because it's
It doesn't say that person mistaked them for being trans, is what I'm asking. It don't say that in there. You can't just say it's because they were acting like a woman. I mean, that could just be any kind of hate crime. I dispute that because it's awful. I don't want to see that, right?
Man back, breathe. Listen to Adora. Adora, can you repeat the news that you were quoting from?
Can I repeat?
Pay attention. Can you repeat the news blurb that you were quoting from?
Sure. Peacock was a 59-year-old black woman, a black cisgender woman who was unalived by Tommy Wayne Earl in Richmond, Indiana. And Earl is quoted as saying that the reason that he unalived her is because she was a male acting like a woman.
Even though
acting like
literally not trans.
No, she was cisgender. He thought that she was male. I don't know how many more times I have to say it. He thought that she was a man. You guys can't tell.
He committed
there's going to be people that are very extreme. There's going to be people that are doing wrong things, right?
Shit.
Right?
But the point is, you can't always.
Is there another case like that anywhere?
You cannot always tell.
Do you have another source for another case?
Yes, this source provides two. The source that I have right here provides two different instances. Let me get the other one. my god, it's
Yeah, no. I want to know, like, is this a consistent thing that happens? Because, like, honestly,
you know how many times I've walked into a bathroom and someone's like literally walked in behind me and looked twice at the bathroom sign because they thought they walked into the wrong bathroom.
listen, it's 2024. Are you surprised with? I mean, look what panel we're on. Don't be surprised.
This was before 2024. I didn't just wake up non-binary yesterday.
Don't be surprised if people are mistaking it because we're throwing genders out there like they're Skittles.
Amy Toms was washing her hands in the woman's bathroom at Walmart in Danbury Friday when a stranger approached her and said, "You're disgusting and you don't belong here." After momentary confusion, she realized that the woman next to her thought, because of her pixie-style haircut and baseball cap, that she was transgender.
Okay, so there's stories about this stuff, but like I said, like, you know what I mean? I'm not going to deny that that's hate. I don't like hate. I don't hate you, Adora.
And the point that's being made here is that you guys say you can tell and you can't.
Adora, if you walked in a room, I'm going to know. 100%.
The reason they go no is because I'm openly trans on the internet.
No, Adora,
I want to be clear here. I reject the concept of passing. There is no correct way to look like a woman. There's no correct way to look like a man.
I don't have to ask. Adora, I'm going to know. 100%. There's no secret there.
You remember? Let's remember what I said to you, man. Back. You have a preconceived notion of what you think a woman should look, and if any woman doesn't fit that preconceived notion of what you think a woman should look, you're going to misidentify them as a man. No matter if that woman is cis or trans.
Besides using like the three anomalies of so trans
give you
women.
Multiple examples, but now that's just anomalies.
No, well, you're going to use like goose. Like
then what is the correct way to look to use a restroom? Excuse me? What should I do different? What changes do I need to make in order to use the women's restroom? Tell me. Just describe to me.
Honestly, I don't know, man. I don't know, Adora.
You're the one that's saying I have to look
because I guess surgery hasn't like went this far along yet. Like I don't know how they're going to do it, but at the same time, we know.
So I need a surgery. Which surgery do I need? What do I need to be changing? What physical changes do I need to make?
I don't know if there are things you can change.
Doesn't matter. Let's say let's say we live in a fictional world where every surgery is possible. Tell me, what changes do I need to make in order to be able to use the women's restroom?
The lump in your throat has to go.
The lump in my throat. So women don't have Adam's apples, so according to you.
Men back, like there are women with Adam's
stick
apples.
Out like that.
Okay, man back, you're wrong. Women have Adam's apples.
Yes.
That's
and some of them are prominent. Some of them are more prominent than mine. Mine's barely prominent.
No, I could see it.
Sure, you can see it. I don't deny it. I have an Adam's apple.
I'm giving you honesty. I'm not trying to...
Man bag. Some cisgender women have Adam's apples that are more prominent than mine. So you cannot segregate bathrooms by Adam's apples. What a ridiculous thing to do.
The broad shoulders. Mouth pattern baldness. Like,
okay, explain to me. How would I change... So in this hypothetical world, we have the ability to get any surgery. If I shortened my shoulders and made them less broad, I could use the women's restroom.
Listen, I'm not trying to tell you like.
You were absolutely trying to tell me where I should or shouldn't go.
No, look, I'm not telling you can't. I'm saying it makes women uncomfortable. Remember, I didn't say you can't.
Can you move it up a little bit?
And I'm really trying to be genuine.
Two very conventionally attractive cisgender women. Look, what's that?
Listen,
what's that?
That's not a man's Adam's apple.
Oh yeah, it's bigger than many.
It's a woman's Adam's apple.
And this one is bigger than many men.
And there's nothing wrong.
You can look at her features and tell. Like her shoulders are very slim.
Before you move on to other features, I want you to acknowledge that you can't tell if someone's a man or a woman by their Adam's apple.
9 times out of 10, you can. I'm not
No,
going to
you
get
cannot.
off that stance.
So what you're saying is that you cannot guarantee that someone is a man or a woman based on whether or not they have a prominent Adam's apple. Because some women have prominent
9
Adam's
times out of 10,
Some
you can,
men
Adora.
don't. Some men don't have prominent Adam's apples.
In fact, men back.
Most-
Scarlett Johansson and
most
Catherine
men do.
Middleton
Most
have
women
bigger
don't.
ones than Adora.
Most men do. Most women don't.
But the Adam's apple is
that
not
fair?
a reason.
Would you accept
the
that?
Adam's apple is not a problem
Okay.
for Adora. Because
But here's
Catherine
why that's not good enough. You're saying most of it might be correct. It might be true that most males have prominent Adam's apples, most females don't. But some do. Therefore, women with prominent Adam's apples should be able to use the women's restroom. We cannot look at Adam's apples to determine who is a man and who isn't.
Adora, you walk through a room at 6'11" with wide shoulders, and you know what I mean? I'm telling you, they know. You're not fooling people like you think you are, maybe. I don't know if it's a delusion or not, and I don't mean that disrespectfully. I really don't.
Do you know who Brittany Griner is?
Yeah,
Who?
Adora, that's a perfect example.
Brittany Griner?
Yep.
Brittany Griner's the, what is she? She's not the basketball player, is she?
Yep. Basketball player. She's a woman.
She has the deepest woman voice I have ever heard in my entire life.
She is damn near.
I conceded we have masculine women. That's masculine women.
I would not. She's gorgeous. She don't look masculine to me. Just because she's a foot taller than me doesn't make her masculine.
Can you pull
She's
up
also
a clip
like
of that
an
woman talking?
anomaly athlete.
Let's see.
She's an athlete.
Let's see
You know
if
what I
I
mean?
can
Like
pull her voice.
she worked out
I
every
have-
day of
I
her
have
life
the
to
image.
look like that.
Adora, I have her on
She
my-
worked out
my
every
video.
day of her life.
You have her voice.
Not the voice. It's just a photo now.
We need a
Do you have? See, she has soft features, in my opinion.
No, she doesn't. She has very
does.
cute features, but this is not soft.
someone pull up a clip of that woman's voice.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. That kitty.
I mean, I bet you. Like you can bring up people that are like, you know what I mean, very, very close, like masculine women and stuff like that. You can bring them up, but like at the end of the day, that's not, you know what I mean. That's not Adora. You know, like it's not you.
I'm not going to bring up her
Right?
her interview. The point is, she's a foot tall, damn near a foot taller than me. And she does have some soft features. She does have soft features. I think she's fucking gorgeous. I think she looks feminine.
Yeah, like I think she's actually pretty. Like I didn't understand why you just brought that up.
Actually pretty.
Oh, she's awesome. I was
Huh?
saying that soft features are. Don't think I wouldn't classify it, but I think that she's gorgeous.
But there
Okay.
are masculine
Amanda,
women.
she's a foot taller than me. She's a woman. Should she use the men's restroom even though she's a foot taller than me?
Adora, at the end of the day, I mean, I hate this. I hate.
You're
that.
running away from
It's like
you're
reality
running away
for
from
you.
your own point. You talked about my height. You said that because I'm 5'11", people are going to be uncomfortable with me. You said that.
Yes, but she's going to look more feminine than you.
Okay, so then let's say I can make myself 5'4". What else do I got to change?
Excuse me? 5 foot
Let's
four.
say I can
If
make
you
myself
were
5
you're
foot
not. You're
4. What else
5'11",
do I
aren't you?
have to
Or
change?
6 foot.
Hmm?
If you can make yourself 5'4",
Yeah.
give me some of that height. No, I'm only kidding. I mean, honestly, like, I guess it matters. Like, are you comfortable with yourself in this sense? And if you are, like, that's beautiful. Like, I'm not.
I'm incredibly comfortable with myself.
Then that's-
people like you try
then
to
you
tear people like
shouldn't
me
even-
down, and you fail.
I'm not tearing you down. I'm giving you reality. But at the end of the day, it doesn't
It's
matter
not
what I
reality.
think, right? Because you
You're
obviously
trying to
don't
say that I'm
care, so
too
you don't
masculine
care
and that I
what people
make women
think.
uncomfortable. Meanwhile, I am a woman and I'm fucking gorgeous. And that's if you can't see that, it's your problem.
Nobody said you're ugly. Nobody even
You're
said
sure
that.
as saying that I'm masculine.
That's you assuming it.
Do you think that telling a woman that she's masculine is polite?
I mean, you're throwing me in like a bad spot.
The
where I
answer,
gotta sound mean, and I don't
is
want
no. The answer is no.
to. I guess not. I mean, but at the same time, it's like, you know, we're talking about a woman's
And
bathroom
who are
that
who
should
are
only
you,
have
Moneybag?
females. When I say female, I mean like, excuse me.
And who are you, Manbag, to classify
What'd she
some
say?
women as masculine and some women as feminine?
Somebody who jumped on an open topic that somebody needs affirmation from the public.
Adora doesn't need affirmation from the public. She's awesome the way she is.
Then why do you have these debates? What's the point of it if
Because
you don't
people
want
like
information?
you are trying to interfere with the lives of people like Adora.
No, people like me are telling you why. There's people like Adora making women uncomfortable in their spaces.
Manbag, I would like you to provide me with a study that shows that transgender people having access to the restroom of our identity puts cisgender people in danger. Provide me a study.
The fact that you're on TikTok trying to argue it
That's
is
not a study. That's not a study.
If it wasn't an issue,
Get the source now. Get the source now.
You're arguing.
Repeat to me what I just said.
I'm being honest, Adora. I'm not trying
Repeat to me what I just
being
said.
honest.
Repeat what I just said.
You want to study for something that's very subjective.
I want you to provide me a study that shows that transgender people cause increased risk to cisgender people.
I can't hear over the music.
It is all loud.
Listen, I can't hear over your music.
Yeah, okay. So what I would like you to do is provide a study that shows that transgender people increase the risk to cisgender people in some form.
I already did that through the UK study.
The one that you misquoted, and that's not a study. That's
No, the one that said 74%
That was a whole different
are in there
matter.
for
you
sex acts.
misquoted. You misquoted.
No, it's
You didn't understand the
74%.
statistics.
Whether you like it or not, it's a statistic that's valid. You
Manbag.
might not like it. It might be detrimental to your argument.
Manbag. The study that you provided does not talk about what I just asked for you. I need you to provide a study that shows that transgender people increase the risk to cisgender people when we have access to the rest of our identities.
And the Telegraph is a well-known publication that tends to the far right. So it's heavily biased.
I'm just going to go back to the UK study because that's when we
It's not
cited
a
already,
study, it's
Adora.
an
Like, you
article,
can't deny
and the
it.
Telegraph is heavily biased. It's not a study. It's a journalistic piece, which it doesn't equate to a study.
It's talking about people in prison. That's not the information that I'm looking for. I'm not looking for information about people in prison. I'm looking for
they're in there for sex.
I'm looking for victimization data.
The Telegraph is a heavily biased, lending to the far right publication.
Of course it is, because it doesn't align with your right or with your argument. So I would understand why you would say that.
It's what is known by several studies regarding the bias of publications in the UK and America.
If women were so comfortable with trans women in their bathroom and spaces, there would be no need to have a debate like this on TikTok. I don't know why that's not enough for you to say that's kind of a
it's
study
because
there.
of people like you that we need to have these debates. Because if people like you are trying to deny us the rights to access public spaces.
I'm not trying to deny anything. I'm just telling you why it makes them uncomfortable. I'm
asking you to provide a study
my
that
opinion.
shows that we pose some kind of threat to cisgender people when we use the rest of our identity. And you're not even trying to bring that up.
Because we already went over the UK
No,
thing.
that's
I thought that was
completely different
substantial
data.
amount of
That's
evidence.
people that are already in prison. That's not what we're looking for. I'm looking for victimization data.
I'd be comfortable if you went in my bathroom. I'd be okay.
You would. I wouldn't. A man bag. I would not be comfortable within 100 yards of you.
Why? I'm not. I'm a very genuine, nice person. I don't think I've been very disingenuous at all here. I am a nice guy. I'm telling you, I'm very nice.
statistically, your gender, cisgender men, are the ones that are most probable the perpetrators of SA.
Yes.
So no, your
But I'm
bathroom
not
is the
afraid in there
most
because
unsafe
it's
one. Statistically,
like
your
I'm not
bathroom
afraid
is
in
the
there. And
most
if I
unsafe
saw
space.
right, but that would be male against male. Like that is what it is. You know what I mean?
So
Like that's just the way the
you're
world
okay.
works. Like
You're okay with putting people like Adora at risk because of the comfortability of cisgender women?
I would speak up if somebody was. I would speak up immediately if I seen Adora getting any bothered in a men's bathroom. I would stick up for you.
I don't think so.
I'm that guy. I would say something. You can't say you don't think so without knowing even who I am. I don't think I've been mean once.
Because
on this
of your
panel.
views,
I don't
I
think
would
I've been
I
disrespectful
would
once.
think you go the other way. I'm not because
Excuse
your
me?
views and the way that you speak tells us that you're gonna put any kind of person that goes into the men's bathroom at risk.
No, I'm telling you what people really think in the real world. That's it. I'm trying to explain somebody else's point of view instead of
In the real world, trans
the
women
one
are
that you
women.
have in here.
Trans women are women in the real world.
Excuse me?
Trans women are women.
Because nobody says anything, but when you put it up for debate and you have an actual discussion about it, people are going to tell you their feelings. When you walk around in public, they're not going to say a word. They're just going to, they know though. But don't think that it's not in their head.
Every major medical association disagrees with you.
Vanessa, you just told me that you walked in a bathroom and somebody mistaked you or looked at you funny, and that's just, you're a female.
What does that have to do with what I just said?
Because I'm telling, like, how does that not justify what I'm saying?
No, but I told you every major medical association disagrees with you. They affirm transgender
No,
people.
that's not true.
That is true. Would you like me to list them off? We have here the American Academy of Child and Adolescent Psychiatry, American Academy of Dermatology, American Academy of Pediatrics, American Academy of Physician Assistants, American Medical Association, American Nurses Association, American Association of Clinical Endocrinology. We have here the American Psychiatric Association, American Society of Plastic Surgeons, Endocrine Society, Ohio Children's Hospital, Texas Medical Association, World Medical Association, the World Health Organization, all agree that trans identities are valid and these people should be affirmed in their gender identities.
And
you can have all the studies you want. You can have them. You can take them. You can look at them. You can justify them. You can put them in your safekeeping guarantee box, right? You can put it all there. At the end of the day, when you walk into a woman's room and you don't look like a typical female, you're gonna make women uncomfortable, and that's
I
why
don't
these
look like
debates are going to happen.
I don't look like a typical female, man bag.
And that's what my point was in saying to you, if they look at you and you are a female and they're looking at you like you're not, imagine when Adora walks in. That's my point.
Do you know what happens when I walk into a public restroom?
Because I look at your...
You know what happens when I walk into a crowded public restroom? Tons and tons of people in there.
Probably nothing.
Exactly.
Most of the time.
I go to the bathroom, nobody
think it's not in their head.
I literally don't even get awkward looks. Nothing happens.
I do though.
Don't think that people don't go back to their table where they're eating. Like, you know what I mean? Did you see or whatever in there?
If they're talking about me behind my back, so what, man bag? So what? Nothing happened in the bathroom. They're allowed to talk about me behind my back. They're allowed to be rude.
Adora, it's intimidating. That's why they don't say anything. You're intimidating to them.
Great. And again, man bag, what happened in the bathroom that was problematic? I used the bathroom, I washed my hands, I went out. So nothing happened. Even if they are intimidated by me, which I see no evidence of, it doesn't matter because nothing happened. I pose no threat.
Adora, blow me up, please.
But you're asking...
This is an example of an article that contradicts what you are saying, Manbag. We have the article called Gender Identity Non-Discrimination Laws in Public Accommodation, a review of evidence regarding safety and privacy in public restrooms, locker rooms, and changing rooms. What do we have down here? The study finds that passage of such laws is not related to the number of frequency of criminal incidents in these spaces. Additionally, the study finds that reports of privacy and safety violations in public restrooms, locker rooms, and changing rooms are exceedingly rare. This study provides evidence that fears of increased safety and privacy violations as a result of non-discrimination laws are not empirically grounded.
I never claimed that Adora is going to go in and just start punching women in the face or something. Like, I never claimed that. I just said you're going to make them uncomfortable. That's it. And
So you cannot.
if that's mean, I'm sorry, but that's reality.
You can reduce me back again. Sorry.
I think I would argue that
Never reduce yourself.
I make some cis women uncomfortable sometimes.
I mean, honestly, I don't really. Let me see something. Hold on.
The demonstration.
What are you talking about? I'm looking at your picture right now. Is that you, Vanessa?
Yep.
Is that your picture?
Yeah.
You're feminine. I wouldn't mistake you for no man.
That's you. I just told you that it's subjective. There's a lot of people that walk into the bathroom and think that I'm a guy, and they get uncomfortable, or they think they're in the wrong bathroom.
Some people are just going to be like haters for no reason, though.
The situation
I'm
here is that
just letting you know that I'm female. I was born female at birth, but yet I still make people uncomfortable in the bathroom sometimes.
And the situation.
Sorry,
Vanessa.
Sorry. I bet you Brittany Griner does too, especially when she opens her mouth.
No way.
And the situation here, man,
I mean,
is that you cannot. You cannot make legislation on if people are comfortable or not. You have to have empirical evidence that legislation will keep people safe, and it doesn't. That doesn't happen.
But having the
you
legislation. What's the title 94? Is that what it is?
You cannot.
Is Title 94 the one that allows everybody to go anywhere they want? Just because they say I want to be in there. Is it Title 94? Am I right?
You cannot make legislation.
Okay, so with Title 94,
solely on feelings.
We're taking women's spaces away that we're Title 9. I'm sorry. We're taking.
They're not
Title
taking
9,
my space.
and we're taking women's. They're taking my space. Your space, and I'm telling you, they are. Males are going to they're just going to one day say, you know what? I feel like doing crazy stuff today. I'm going to use this platform to do what I want to do. Almost like a.
What are we going to do?
Like a.
Sounds like a slippery slope.
Not
now,
you.
But what are we going to do? Let me know.
I didn't say you, and I want to make sure that's clarified. Like
you're using a slippery slope fallacy. So what do you think is going to happen?
I think it's just going to open up a door for more essays. I think it's opened up a door for sickos.
How? Explain to me. Give me details.
Because they're going to be opening up a Pandora's box that they don't want to open.
All statistics
they're opening a
and all
Pandora's box to
studies
allow
contradict
any
what
male
you're saying.
at any point in time just to walk into a female space.
You do realize that in most places, it's completely legal for a person of the opposite gender to go into the opposite gender bathroom. Like there's like little to no laws.
There's no law against it, but you can get in pretty big trouble in colleges without Title IX. You get in pretty big trouble. You can get kicked out of school if you did that in college. Right now. Not with Title IX. Title IX is allowing it. They're allowing it. And that's to me, that's very, very bad. That's a bad thing to do.
Nope. You do realize that until the last couple of years when trans people got thrown under the bus, trans people have been using the bathroom they identify with since the beginning of time, pretty much. You realize that, right? They just recently.
I'm sorry. What there was?
You do realize until the last couple of years, when trans people got thrown in the spotlight, thrown under the bus, trans people were already using the bathroom that they most align with, for hundreds of years.
Yeah, transgender people have been using the spaces. The spaces that align with their gender for ages.
They did get thrown into the spotlight.
The trans community threw themselves on the spotlight by putting up TikToks that said men are women. and
No,
women are
it
men.
was.
That's what threw them in the spotlight. It
Caitlyn Jenner,
absolutely is.
Ron DeSantis, bitches like that did this.
Because there's people online claiming to be the opposite sex.
No,
Like,
we started doing this. We started advocating for our rights when they started taking away our rights over the last couple of years.
Like, I don't understand what's wrong with, like, and this is maybe just me talking genuinely, but I don't understand what's wrong with, like, just being a man who likes men.
Oh my god. Okay.
Where does sexuality come into this?
Yeah. So first of all, Adora's right.
I don't know. I guess I'm just saying.
But I already explained to you that every major medical association agrees that we should affirm trans identities, affirm them in their gender identities. What don't you get about that? There are people who experience clinically significant symptoms that impair their daily abilities to function. They can't get out of bed. They can't function. They can't get good grades at school. They can't go to work. They want to unalive themselves due to gender dysphoria, due to this incongruence with their gender and their sex assigned at birth. This is why we affirm people in their genders, because
that's terrible.
This alleviates those symptoms and it helps those people be able to function. That's why. A man can't be a man attracted to other men. It has nothing to do with that.
So growing up, men or some, we had a couple girls that liked dressing like dudes or whatever, and we were okay with those. Like, we were playing kick the can. Nobody cared. They grew up. They like girls. Like, it is what it is.
Like,
Nobody cared.
Can you acknowledge what I just said to you? Can you acknowledge what I just said to you?
Yes. But I also don't think that that's exactly what I'm putting down here. I don't think what you said is exactly what I think.
The reason why men can't just be men that are attracted to whatever the fuck you said, because first of all, it has nothing to do with sexual orientation. Gender identity has nothing to do with sexual orientation. Can you acknowledge the fact that I said that we affirm people's genders because it literally saves lives?
Thank you for the Cash App tip. I appreciate you.
We don't affirm genders.
This is why it saves lives. Can you acknowledge that?
Adora affirmed her own gender.
Yeah, she affirms her gender because that is alleviating symptoms of dysphoria. It's saving her life. It's improving her quality of life. And we encourage the people around trans people to also affirm them because it's life-saving and it improves their quality of life. Can you acknowledge what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I understand what you're saying. Now, before you tried, I guess, to just say this, did you go to a therapist that would try and talk you out of it?
A gender affirmation, one of the first steps is therapy.
Vanessa, sorry. Therapists are not
that's
not
affirming. That's a gender
therapist. Therapists are not supposed to talk people out of things. That's torture. That's mental torture.
What are you talking about?
Not therapy. That's not therapy.
Don't they teach anorexics don't think you're fat? Like, I'm sorry, I don't understand the correlation you're trying to make.
Treating anorexia is not telling people don't think that you're fat. And the fact that
that's what I'm saying. They're telling them not to think the way they do. So what are you talking about?
If you tell people that they won't get cured of anorexia, the fact that you don't understand psychology does not constitute evidence.
Yes, you have to get them to understand reality.
Manbag, the situation here, Manbag.
That's therapy.
Manbag, I'm done. I don't see this conversation going anywhere.
Okay, want to be done?
Yeah, you have it going.
That's all right. Well, you have a fantastic day, Adora.
Bye. All right. Guys, I have some exciting news. The main is back. So we are going to do a reset and come back on the main. Give me about 60 seconds to get back. I'll be it's adorable _rainbow_fist_ if you guys want to continue to watch. See you guys there.
We've got your main back.
Yes.
And Vanessa, once again, I'm sorry. It was
you're
way
good.
too quick of a thinking. Way too quick of a thinking of myself.
You're good. It's still okay.
All right. See you guys in a moment.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
Good morning.
Hello, Melzy. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing all right. How old are you, please?
I'm 32.
32. All right. Which bathroom should I use?
To me, in my opinion, doesn't matter what bathroom you want to use. You use women's, you use men's, it's up to you, it's up to your own preference.
Awesome.
I just came to say that I think, like, I've been listening to a lot of your lives and a lot of other people's lives, and I think those that are opposed to you using the women's bathroom are scared because of all of the negative articles or comments, that there are the odd few people who claim to be trans in order to prey on children or women. And so I think that's where they are concerned, but they don't understand that it doesn't, like, in my opinion, it doesn't matter which bathroom you use. You're literally going to use the bathroom, and that is it. And there are bad apples in every community. That doesn't mean the entire community is bad.
Sure, yeah, every community has bad apples, and the reality is that trans people don't commit crimes at higher rates than other communities, so there's no reason to block us from public spaces.
Yeah. So I think, I don't know, I just think, like, I was thinking about this, like, how to try and solve this issue. And I was listening to your live last week about this, and, you know, do I think there should be a bathroom that allows both genders? Yeah, I think that's probably the best way to do it, and have, I don't know, like maybe a big main space where you can wash your hands and have separate stalls that are private. Here in Canada, the stalls are insane. They have huge gaps. In America, I just went there last night and I noticed that they have
the gaps
guards.
Are embarrassingly bad. Like, I don't know what the hell we're thinking.
Yeah, like I've noticed that going down to the States the last couple of times, going to the bathrooms, I've noticed that they've put, like, they're starting to put guards and stuff up on those areas. In Canada, they haven't. It's just like almost like half an inch gap. So maybe they need to do more of that everywhere, just to provide people with more privacy. But yeah, in my opinion, use whatever bathroom you are comfortable with and be your authentic self, and don't change for anybody other than yourself.
Appreciate you so much. I appreciate you so much, Melcy. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Have a good one.
You too.
Bye. All right, guys, we're back on the main. I'm very excited about that. Before we continue here, I do want to remind everyone that I am fundraising for a family in Palestine. So if you click on my profile right up here and then click on my link tree, you will find a link to that GoFundMe. They are currently trapped in Gaza, and they're trying to get out. We're trying to raise them 30,000 euros to help them out. We're up to nearly 2,000. We're coming up on that. Every little bit helps. Every little bit is appreciated. So yeah, if you're interested in helping out, just click on my profile pic, click on my link tree, and then you'll find the GoFundMe right there.
Yeah, someone said Elle, new co-host. Yeah, Elle, your mom last night.
Oh my god.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, hot dog. Hello, Amy. How you doing?
Hello, Adora. How are you?
Doing all right. How old are you, please?
I'm 32. I talked to you before, but I have another account, so I was talking to you about my trans son. If you remember.
I don't specifically remember. No.
Oh well, I have my son came out a couple months ago, and we were talking about. Also the bedroom. I want to ask you something. Do you think he should use at school the boys' restroom?
Do I think that who should use the boys' restroom?
That he should use the boys' bathroom because
if he's comfortable. If he's comfortable using the boys' restroom, then yes, he should use the boys' restroom.
Yeah, but the school won't allow him to use that because. Because of the private parts. I'm like, who's gonna see that? You know, there are single stalls, so
nobody's gonna be seeing that.
yeah. But yeah, it's a hard thing, the bathroom thing. And in public, I will take him to the women's restroom because, yeah, I don't want my kids, alone in the bathroom. And do you think that's okay because he's a boy?
Do I think? Sorry, I'm struggling to follow.
I'm sorry, I have problem talking, but do you think that's okay to take him with in the restroom with me, with the women, because I don't want my kids alone in the bathroom. Do you think that's okay to do?
I don't see an issue with that.
Okay, well, I wanted to have your opinion, but I think the school should allow them to use the boys' bathroom, right?
Agreed. Yep.
Yeah, it's hard.
Right.
I'm in the Netherlands, so yeah, it's also a problem here, I guess. But
Anything else, Amy?
no, that was it. Okay, thank you.
All right, you have a good one. Oops. Okay. Okay, cool. Yeah, Amy's a good parent. I do have a vague memory of the conversation. Amy's a good parent, dealing with a tough situation.
Hi, friends. What's going on?
Hello, Rhonda. How you doing?
Doing good. How are you doing today?
All right. How old are you, please?
A nice day. I'm 28. I'll be 29 on Tuesday, next Tuesday.
Fantastic. Which bathroom should I use?
So can everybody tell me happy birthday in the chat? Happy birthday, Rondo. Yay.
Happy birthdays in chat. I'm fine with that. In the meantime, which bathroom do I belong to?
And it's fucking like raining hard down here. So you said which bathroom should you use?
Yeah, which bathroom?
You kind of look like a young lady.
Oh, sorry, man.
Okay.
And are you on cranberry juice? Are you drinking cranberry juice?
Great.
Are you trying to pass a drug test or something or what? I mean, what's going on over there, dude? I'm just saying. But you kind of look like a young lady, right? You're a young lady.
Yes, I am a woman.
That's awesome. How long have you been a woman all your life, or what's going on?
Have I been? Yeah, I've been a woman my whole life for all practical purposes.
Oh, what's your lip gloss at? My lip gloss is popping. My lip gloss is cool. Where's your lip gloss and where's your eyebrows and what's everything at, honey? You gotta get it going on, honey. You gotta get it going on.
Not all women wear makeup. I'm like part woman.
Ain't nobody speaking to you.
Boy, what the fuck out of
Watch
here.
your mouth. The fuck.
No, you
Anyway,
Watch your mouth.
but you look very beautiful.
Anybody talking to Vanessa? Nope, nobody's talking to you.
All right. Everyone keep tapping that screen. If you are new to my page, write hi in chat. Don't forget, I simultaneously stream to Twitch almost every single live. You get to see my kitties if you watch the Twitch stream. We got Maxine on the top level, and we got Felix on the bottom level. So if you want to see my kitties while we chat here, head on over to my Twitch. Also, if you do watch from Twitch, you will get something called channel points, which you get to redeem for hydration requests, stretching requests, etc. I'm going to add more stuff to that, so there's more things to redeem your channel points for. And if you subscribe to my Twitch, you immediately get access to my live replays as soon as the live is over.
Hello.
Hello, honey. How you doing?
I'm doing all right.
How old are you, please?
18. I'll be 19 on Tuesday.
Fantastic. Happy birthday. What year?
Thank you. What year? 2005.
Okay. And which bathroom should I use?
Well, I think in many of your lives you've made it clear that you are a woman. And I feel like if you are comfortable enough to go into the women's restroom, then that's where you should go.
All right, I agree. Fantastic.
Yes, I have dealt with many situations in the past with going into the women's restroom and the men's restroom. At work, I actually have to go to the men's restroom, but I don't think that those situations should, what's the word I'm looking for? Contribute or compare to, you know, how people are feeling when others go to the restroom, if you know what I'm saying.
I agree. Yeah, people shouldn't be worrying about what other people do when they're using public restrooms. The way they're intended to do is just to relieve themselves. Anything else, honey?
No, not really.
All right. Thank you for coming up. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
All right.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
All right. How old are you, please?
I'm 18.
18. What year were you born?
2005.
2005. Fantastic. Which bathroom should I use?
Honestly, whatever bathroom you are most comfortable in. I am a female, and there's situations where if, like, the woman's bathroom is full, I'll go in the men's, but, like, whatever you are comfortable with, I believe I'm a strong believer in my body, my choice, so if you want to use the woman's restroom, more than welcome to.
All right. Awesome. Thank you for coming up.
Of course.
You have a good one.
You too.
All right. Thank you so much. AB Baby extended their 1 month sub. Thank you, AB. Rondo, I already dropped you. Don't request. We are looking for up only, guys. Thank you, AB. Love you too.
Hello.
Hello, Amaya.
Amaya.
Amaya. Yeah. Amaya. Okay, I'm sorry about that. How old are you, please?
I'm 20.
20. Fantastic. And which bathroom should I use?
Personally, I think you should use a men's bathroom.
Why is that?
Because, as a woman that was born a woman, you know, I don't feel comfortable with, you know, people. I only believe there's two genders, not gonna lie.
That's wrong, but as a woman,
No, how is it wrong?
In the men's restroom.
Say it again.
As a woman born a woman, I feel uncomfortable in the men's restroom.
You weren't born a woman.
I was born a girl, not a woman. A woman's an adult.
You weren't born. You were born with a vagina.
Nope.
So
Doesn't determine if you're a woman or not.
Yes, it does. Can you carry a baby?
Also doesn't determine if you're a woman or not. Come on. I know you're only 20, but you know that womanhood isn't defined by whether or not you can have babies. You know that.
I know what I was raised by, and I was raised by Christians, and you know, there's only two genders.
Right. The Bible doesn't say how many genders there are. As a matter of fact,
yes, there is. Did God create Adam and Eve and Eve? No, He created Adam and Eve.
So you don't even know
man and woman.
Gender and sexuality. You're just embarrassing yourself further.
No, I'm not embarrassing myself, baby. That's what I
sexuality into this.
I don't care. That's how I feel. Like there's only two genders.
Then why are we talking about sexuality?
I'm saying I, as a woman, born a woman with a vagina, and I can carry it and I have a womb, I don't feel comfortable with men who identify themselves as women coming into a woman's bathroom.
Yeah, I would typically agree with you. Men should not be using the women's restroom except for in extreme circumstances.
Bro, all of y'all are fucking delusional in this fucking chat. Y'all gonna go to hell.
As soon as you started using ad homs, you lost the argument.
No.
She ran anyway.
I kicked her. It feels so good to be on the main again, guys. Feels so good. Happy to be back. You know why I got banned, guys? I got banned for firearms. I don't own a firearm. I mean, I have a necklace that has fake bullets on it. I think that might be why they thought, but yeah. Lakobi, welcome back. I don't remember our conversation, but I think I kicked you.
No, you didn't kick me. Well, I mutually left. We mutually left.
Oh, all right. Is this the topic we were talking about?
No.
Well, all right. So which bathroom do I belong in?
I feel like people should use the bathroom that they pass by.
Pass. That's such a gross opinion.
So what restroom should I use?
The women's bathroom. Well, from my perspective.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so how does one go about passing?
I mean, what do you mean? Like, are you telling me what's the line between passing and not passing?
Yeah, what's the line?
A lot of feminine features. Well, you can't tell the difference. I mean, I guess.
Can't tell the difference about what? Whether a feature is feminine or masculine?
No, like the line between man and woman.
How many feminine features do you need to have in order to use the women's restroom?
I mean, I feel like there should at least be an attempt.
You're an attempt. How does one go about attempting to look feminine?
I mean, the typical woman features or woman/female features.
Stereotype. Long hair, makeup, dresses.
I mean, those doesn't make you look like woman.
So what does?
It's simply like facial features, body structure, face structure.
So we're gonna take it past. We're gonna take it even further away from things that we have control over and bring it into the realm of things that we don't have control over. So what body features are you looking for?
I mean, I wouldn't typically say body features because we know women have all different types of shapes, sizes, Yeah, but those shapes and sizes don't always equate with, like, the features that men have, you know what I'm saying?
And sometimes they do.
No, yeah, like, let me go further. I don't mean to keep it surface level, but, like shoulder structure, arm structure, jawline, stuff like that, bigger hands, broader.
The first thing you said was shoulders. Let's talk about shoulders. What width do shoulders have to be in order to be feminine? Give me a number.
I mean, me and we don't none of us could point out a certain length and width of somebody's shoulders, but we all know what they look like when we see them, right? Shoulders usually change when
How narrow do your shoulders have to be in order to pass as feminine?
I mean, that's not like the only factor. Women can have broad shoulders and still look feminine.
Sure. So whether our shoulders are broad or not doesn't determine if we're women.
Yeah, but that's not the only factor I have said. There's women like Rhea Ripley. I don't know if you know who Rhea Ripley is, but she has like broad shoulders. Because she works out. Like Rhea Ripley is hot. Like I don't know if people in the chat knows who that is, but like that's like a great example. I could say like a woman with broad shoulders and still look feminine.
Look, Hobie, what about this person?
I really can't see that. I'm gonna be honest.
Adora, can you blow me up?
I don't love doing the visual comparison. I don't like doing the photos. I know I did it earlier. I don't want to do it again.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry. I don't like bringing up pictures of people. I gotta stop.
Yeah, that's kind of.
I want to say it's disingenuous. I know Adora doesn't like to do it. I just know this person is very confident in their body and stuff specifically. But I understand what Adora is saying.
Yeah, but like to go back, I'm saying like you could still have broad shoulders and look feminine. Like I feel like somebody will always like know unless you like you completely can't tell. And then there are women that look like, I mean, trans women that you completely can't tell if they're cis or not. And I feel like those women are like can go into the bathroom if they want, in a woman's bathroom if they want.
Sorry, who can go in the women's bathroom if they want?
Like the woman that you can't tell that's cis or trans, or at least like is on that's that sort of line that, you know, that looks like a cis woman.
Right, so you're requiring passing, which means that there has to be a certain way that a person has to look. And the point that I'm making is that there isn't a right way to look like a man. There isn't a right way to look like a woman. There isn't a right way to look androgynous. You can look any
I'm not saying that like this isn't like based off like this isn't like something like, I feel like it's a comfortability level for the cis women that are in the bathroom. I should say.
So you are saying then that you have to look a certain way, and if you don't look that way, you got to use the other restroom. So let's say we have a cisgender woman who is tall, who has broad shoulders, who has a strong jawline. Which restroom should she use?
She should go into the women's bathroom.
Okay, why should she use the women's restroom, but a transgender woman with those same features shouldn't?
Because she's a cis woman, and that's the bathroom she belongs to.
How do you intend to know who's cis and who's trans?
Like I said, you can always conventionally tell if somebody is cis or trans.
How?
Like I explained earlier, by features.
What features? So like, okay, we're going in circles here. I've already shown you.
You keep bringing it back up, like I already stated it. That's why we're going in circles.
Look, Kobe Curry, we talked about this earlier in this live. I don't know if you were there for it, but last year there was a woman who was unalived. That she was cisgender. Someone thought that she was a male and unalived her. So a cisgender woman was unalived because someone thought that she was transgender. How does that proves you wrong? You can't always tell.
It doesn't prove anything that I've said wrong. I mean, that's not her fault. She's a cis woman and belonged in that bathroom.
And yet she was still unalived.
Okay, so, yeah, it wasn't her fault. That she didn't have anything to do with it. She couldn't control that.
Michelle Dion Peacock is this person's name. And your rhetoric is the rhetoric that got her killed.
I do also want to be clear that this unaliving was also racially motivated. We cannot remove that from this. It was racially motivated as well.
So is it racially motivated or transphobic?
Both.
How do we know this? Like
the guy's own words.
No. Can anybody quote what he said?
Yeah, because I think he was Earl, who's the person who did the unaliving, said something along the lines of that male was acting like a woman or something like that. And then he also said that when he went to prison that he could not be put in the same facility as black people because that would end poorly.
Okay, so this person was an asshole at the end of the day. Like, this person was a racist. This person
was an awful human being. But the point is, he still thought that this woman was a man.
Your rhetoric aligns with this exactly.
Not exactly.
No, your rhetoric does align with this.
That was just a racist asshole. So at the end of the day,
they were also transphobic in using your rhetoric.
I mean, if he didn't come out his mouth and say what I said, then I don't think that's my rhetoric at all.
You're saying that you have to pass.
I said that you should at least try and make an attempt.
I recommend that for trans people's safety. I don't think it should be a requirement because, again, there isn't a right way to look like a woman.
It isn't a requirement.
Women can look masculine. Men can look feminine. Everybody can look androgynous. Non-binary people can look masculine or feminine. They don't owe us androgyny. There isn't a specific way that you have to look in order to identify a specific way. And that's problematic to say otherwise.
I mean, isn't this is for like I said, isn't this is for like also cis women's like the people that belong in those bathrooms? That's part of their safety too. Is it not? Do you guys not care about that, or it's just
No, it actually has nothing to do with their safety because the safety of cisgender women is not put at risk by trans women.
I mean, we see males commit most of the SA crimes, or do we not?
And trans women are also the most likely to be victims of those crimes.
Okay, so are we just lying to say that males at the top of the charge for SA?
Huh?
Said, do we or do we not see males at the top of the charge for sexual assault against women?
We do see men at the top of the charts.
Specifically cisgender men.
So males.
Right. But trans women are also the most likely victims and the least likely offenders.
But I'm pretty sure there's cases where it did happen and it can happen.
Sure, yeah, there's bad apples in all demographics.
There's cases where cis women. There's cases where, yeah, and it can happen.
Yeah, it can happen. So, what's your guys' point?
So, I mean, what's your point? There are cis women who assault other cis women.
If they never were allowed in that bathroom or never could have went in that bathroom, it wouldn't happen.
If no one could ever go in the bathroom, then
we're sitting here playing this dumb game. Like,
it's not a dumb game. Transgender women are the least likely offenders.
So, they're males, are they not? And we know by nature males are more aggressive than females. We see this with animals. We see this with humans.
Okay.
Trans women are the least likely offenders.
You keep saying this like,
Kobe, if you're going to say that transgender people pose a threat to cis people, you need to back that up with a study.
No, I'm saying that males pose a threat to females.
Right, and I'm looking for you to show data that applies to transgender women.
It applies to all males.
Right, so provide me that data.
That males are more aggressive than females?
No, that all demographics included, including transgender women, etc., that males as a whole would prove more of a threat. Also accounting for demographics such as trans people.
Why does that matter?
Because intersectionality exists, and you can't discount it.
We're talking about intersex people?
Intersectionality.
What does that mean?
It means that we all belong to multiple groups. For instance, I'm a woman and I experience misogyny, and I'm also transgender and I experience transphobia. And those experiences cross and they compound each other, etc. That kind of stuff. So we cannot take one experience away and only focus on the other because they intersect. They're intertwined with each other.
So you're saying just because somebody that's a part of this group can't do this thing because they specifically don't subscribe to another group?
What?
It's not about subscription.
Listen, let me explain to Adora because I don't think Adora got it. I'm saying, like, since you're trans, right? What does that sound? Oh, thank you. So you're saying just because you're part of the trans community, you're blocked off to this sort of thing that you don't subscribe to?
No, I've already acknowledged that intersectionality exists, and we can't separate. We can't take our different experience. For instance, I am white. I have financial privilege. I am transgender. I am a woman. All of these things intersect and create a unique experience. We cannot separate one of those things.
Yeah, it does create a unique experience, but you can't tell me that just because like you're a part of these unique experiences, something can't happen or you can't do something just because.
No one said trans women can't assault people. No one said that.
What I need you to do, though, is provide data that shows me that transgender women pose a level of threat to cisgender people that is atypical.
I never made that claim that trans women do that.
So if we don't pose an atypical threat, then why are you trying to separate us from the spaces of our identities?
Because my main claim that I made was males pose a threat to females, and males are more aggressive than females.
Well, there are demographics within the male category, though. So what I want you to do is show me that transgender women, non-binary people, pose a threat to cisgender people that is disproportionate.
Kobe,
you're trying to group trans women away from the fact that there are males.
No, you're ignoring the nuance. You're ignoring the nuance.
Okay, so
cisgender men are the ones that boost that number.
Cisgender men are the ones that boost their number.
Kobe,
I'm trying to point
no matter how much you dislike the stat, transgender women are still the most likely to be assaulted out of any gender category.
Okay.
And cisgender men are the least likely to be assaulted in any gender category.
Okay, but you're saying that they're least likely, but it still happens, right?
Yes,
so you really can't try to compare. You can't compare one thing to another bad thing and say, "Oh, this is whatever," because they're both still bad. It's still SA.
Right, and there are cisgender
Olympics and try to compete who gets SA more than
That's not what happened. That's not what's happening. And we just had a conversation yesterday about gaslighting.
What are you talking about? I'm just literally just stating a fact. I'm not trying to do.
You're not. You're ignoring the facts that there is no increased risk by allowing trans women to use women's spaces.
See, the main thing when I brought forward that case that that trans women, I don't think trans women should be in the women's bathroom unless they pass, is because, like I said earlier, the comfortability level. I never brought up SA, even though that could happen, but that's not the only thing that could happen in the bathroom.
Kobe, would you put somebody's comfort ahead of your safety?
Isn't comfort safety?
Would you put somebody's comfort ahead of your safety?
I mean, somebody's comfort ahead of my. What situation could this happen? I really can't relate to the one that we're talking.
Let's say somebody's chasing you, and you go hide somewhere, and somebody's uncomfortable with that. Would you leave, even though somebody's hunting you down?
No, because I'm actively about to get unalive.
Right. So that's what trans women are doing by using women's restrooms.
So the
I don't know what's funny.
So the women's no. So the women's bathroom is just like a safety measure for y'all, just like a panic room.
It's safer. It's 6 times safer.
Who are they hiding from?
Cisgender men.
Okay, okay.
And to begin with, the restroom is not a safe space. But one can be safer than the other.
That's basically why you're going into the bathroom, because it's safer.
No, people are going to the bathroom because they need to pee.
Yeah, and it's a safer choice than the other bathroom. So
right, it's safer, but it's not a safe space.
Is this not like correlating?
It's safer, but it's not a safe space.
If you were faced with a third bathroom that anybody can go in, would you go into that bathroom?
If I have a choice between a men's restroom, a women's restroom, and a gender neutral bathroom, I will choose the women's restroom.
What's wrong with using a gender neutral bathroom?
Nothing.
So your safety doesn't matter.
I'm safer in the women's restroom.
But why wouldn't you be safer in the but the gender neutral bathroom?
Yeah, and when we have 3 options and one of them is a gender neutral bathroom, typically the people that are going to use that are either people that are in a rush, which is totally fine, or transgender people.
And typically,
okay. So what's why would you not use that bathroom, even though it's made for people like you?
No, it's actually not.
It's made for people like me. I reject that.
Typically, a gender neutral restroom.
When I'm saying people like you, what do you think I'm getting at?
I want to hear what hot dog is.
Yeah, typically a gender neutral restroom, Kobe. When there's 2 other options, it's only one. It's not even one stall; it's one big room. So those are for families and people who are handicapped, people who are disabled. It's a handicap restroom, typically.
Yeah, exactly.
So by using that space, we're taking up for somebody who needs it. If that's where you need to go to be comfortable, sure. But
okay, so if there were a third bathroom for gender neutral people or anybody who can go in that bathroom, even though it would not cause you the drag of somebody, trying to unalive you, like we brought up that lady earlier, right?
What if there's not?
What do you mean?
What if there's not?
Not what?
A third restroom.
The hypothetical I'm bringing up is a third bathroom. So
what if there's not?
I didn't even get to finish my hypothetical, but what if there's not a bathroom? Well, you should use the bathroom that you look like That's not me.
Okay, maybe you don't. Maybe that's wrong.
I'm sorry. But yeah, like I said earlier, like you should be in the bathroom that's by the gender that you look like, just because of people's comfortability levels. Like, why don't we care? Why aren't we taking those into effect?
That's gross, my guy. That is gross.
Adora, I'm not like, you see people come up here all the time, and you see people in the comments say they're not comfortable, but you just don't care.
Because they're transphobic.
That's not always the case. You can't put those, you can't put those like horrific labels on people.
It's not a horrific label. It's accurate. An irrational fear.
I think it's more horrific to be transphobic than it is to be called transphobic.
But you can't just sit there and throw out that out with no evidence.
No. What you're saying is transphobic.
Do you think I have
the evidence? The evidence is that it's an irrational fear.
Why? It's not irrational if they are genuinely uncomfortable, is it?
Guys,
what are they using to rationalize it?
I mean, what?
What are they using to
If they have genuine fear, then it's rational. If they don't have no reason to be scared of you,
I am genuinely afraid of maple syrup. I'm going to be real. I'm genuinely afraid of maple syrup.
Look, hot dog.
And I'm not joking.
No, hot dog.
I'm not. I'm genuinely afraid of maple syrup. Is that rational?
If there's a reason why, then it's rational.
No, it is not rational.
You don't know what rational or irrational mean.
Tell me.
I have a genuine phobia of mattresses, but yet mattresses can actually hurt me.
Thank you for the sub.
If there's a reason, it's rational. If there's not a reason, it's irrational.
So
that's not true.
What reason is there to be afraid of maple syrup?
What rational reason is there to be afraid of mattresses?
I don't know. Maybe somebody, tried to, make you not breathe anymore by putting the mattress on top of you.
That didn't happen.
That's rational.
That didn't happen for me though.
Well, I don't know. You're not telling me anything, so I can't possibly give you why you're afraid of a mattress. I don't know.
Kobe, even if somebody tried to unalive someone with a mattress, the fear of the mattress is still unrational because it's the other person tried to do it. The mattress isn't going to hurt you. That's what makes it irrational. It doesn't mean it's not valid, but it is irrational.
Hot dog. If if I'm afraid of you just because of who you are, that means that's irrational, right? If you did something to me and I'm scared of you, that's irrational fear. If you did something to me personally and I'm scared of you, that's irrational fear.
No, that's rational. You have a rational fear.
So
if I did something to you, yeah, okay. So if I am afraid of men, should I be able to kick men out of the men's room? Because I have a rational fear of men.
Men out of the men's room.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that would be all up in like with you personally, not them.
Oh, now it flips the script.
You're walking. You're not allowed to walk in a space that you know people should be in and kick them out.
Right. And cis women shouldn't be able to kick trans women out of the restroom because that's the space they're supposed to be in.
That's just okay. So
Good job.
if somebody lives like, if somebody lived 30 years as a cis man, right? And well, like, I don't know, 25 years or something like that. You know, they live their whole life as a man, presenting as a man, and then comes out, you know, instead they're trans, what they turn, I don't know, 26. Are they allowed into the women's bathroom now? Chat? Well, I can't even talk to chat. Like, anybody's gonna talk to me?
Sure, they are.
Why though? Like, just because
there are many reasons why people wait that long to come out and live as their true selves.
But you can't just say this space belongs to you after you live 25 years as a man.
That's not what trans women are saying.
That's basically all what they're saying because they came to the bathrooms.
Nope, no one's saying. These are public spaces. Like, what do you mean?
Yeah, they're... Why did I say yeah like that? I'm sorry. But, like, they live, like, basically 99% of their life as, you know, a cis male or a cis man.
Yeah, did you know that 40% of LGBTQIA youth are homeless?
What is?
I'm sorry. 40% of youth. 40% of youth are LGBTQIA. Do you know that? So that means that if you're a youth, if you're a younger person, and you come out to your parents, you have a 40% chance of being put out by your parents.
No. That's not how statistics work. You don't have a 40%. No. Wait. We're gonna break this down.
40% of youth are LGBTQIA plus.
No. You just sat up here and said that 40% of those kids are going to be kicked out. You're saying that all kids that's in the LGBT community have been kicked out of their homes.
Is that what I said?
No.
That's not what I said. 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 That's not what I said.
That's exactly what you said.
No, it's not. 40% of homeless youth are LGBT. What does that say?
You just said 40% of youth is LGBTQ.
Yeah. You're almost twice as likely. You're almost twice as likely.
Vanessa, finish.
You're almost twice as likely to be kicked out or become homeless when you're youth, if you're LGBTQI plus.
Okay.
This is just one example of the reasons why people wait so long to come out, because society is horrible to people who are LGBT.
Yes. Okay, so let's slow it down because I really wanted to talk about what you said because you made a claim. You said that 40% of youth is LGBTQ, right?
Yeah.
And then you went on and said,
sorry? I didn't
youth has a what?
What percent?
40.
It's about
40% of youth is LGBT?
Yeah, it's about 40%.
Adora, can we please look that up? Because
sure. Where am I looking for that one? She
just brought it up. No source. So that's why I'm talking about it.
I can pull it up. 1 second.
Although she said 40% of the youth is LGBTQ, therefore youth has a 40% chance of being homeless. which can't be true because
the number I have for housing instability for LGBT youth is 28% for the Trevor Project.
1 second, I'll pull it up.
Yeah, but she's saying that at least like there's a 40% chance of them being kicked out of the house. You're saying that 40% of these people's parents, like there's a 100% chance they're being kicked out.
1 second, please.
You're saying all these LGBTQ kids that has parents, all their parents are homophobic, which is
no. I think what's being said. I think what's being said is 40% of kids are LGBTQ plus, and 40% of queer kids. So 40% of kids are queer, and 40% of queer kids are homeless. That's what's being said.
Do you say that again, please?
That does conflict with the number, but I would love to. I still want to see that source.
Yeah, I'm looking for it, Adora.
Maybe a misunderstanding.
It's not true.
Oh my god.
Oh, Jessica just said that it's 40% of homeless youth are queer. And
yeah, that's what I literally said though.
Oh, I heard the other way around.
40% of youth is queer.
No, I said 40%.
We could have all missed it.
Of young kids that are homeless are LGBT.
That's a number I can believe.
Vanessa, I'm not going to sit and lie to you. You told me out your mouth. You said 40% of kids.
Okay, whatever miscommunication there was, I don't care whose fault it is. It's been cleared up. Doesn't matter who said what. We're talking about the percentage of the percentage of unhoused youth. What percentage are LGBT? I don't care what was said. I care that we cleared it up and we can move forwards now.
Okay, we can move forward. I just don't want anybody to be spreading misinformation. Okay, that's
fine. Okay, so young people that are homeless, 40% of them are queer. So queer people have a tendency to get kicked out of their homes for being themselves.
Yeah, and that's a shame because of these parents probably have these religious, texts that they go by, which is absolute BS. I don't condone for anybody to be, within the hands of a very religious parent because...
Yeah, so you asked me a question. You said, should somebody who just I don't remember exactly word for word, but you said, should somebody who just woke up in their 50s or some shit be able to just say that they're a woman out of nowhere? And I just gave you a reason why we see things like that happen.
Yeah, but when we see these people that come out and say that they're trans, they don't come out looking the very feminine way.
Yeah, how is that possible when they went through male puberty?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They cannot claim these spaces if they don't at least make an attempt at that. That's
not easy for them to do when they literally live their whole life, half their lives as a cis, quote unquote cis male.
Yes, well, Vanessa, honestly, this is my opinion. I don't think somebody that comes out that's been out for one day, as a trans person, I congratulate them. They're a brave person for doing so, but I don't think they can just come out that day and just say, "Oh, well, I deserve this place in I deserve this space."
Well, I'm going to be real with you. Typically, that doesn't even happen. Somebody doesn't just come out as trans and then just automatically start going into the opposite gender restroom that day. Trans people have a tendency to be insecure and be insecure about their genitalia and be insecure about their ability to be able to pass. It doesn't happen like that. It's not realistic.
All right, I would like to hear what Mel has to say.
Great. So do you support trans kids and gender affirming care for kids?
Do I support? Can you say that again?
Trans kids.
Yeah, trans kids.
And gender affirming care for kids.
Protect trans kids, bro.
So you do?
I don't. Not no surgeries or anything.
We're not talking about surgeries.
What do you mean, or anything? What do you mean by that?
Yeah.
Well, like surgeries, hormones.
So you don't want kids to have hormones when they're teenagers, where they could prevent, because you have this idea that you need to be passing to use a bathroom, which is also harmful.
Well, Let me take that back some. I don't think there should be. I think there should be like a certain age.
Certain age for what?
For like, hormone therapy, hormones.
There is.
But I don't typically think that. I mean, I think like the perfect age, I would say, for like a child to, really, get all this treatment and stuff is probably like, well, for myself, I could say like that age where you're hitting high school. So like, probably like 14.
Yeah, good. That's as earliest as you can start HRT. So
15. But not like, I don't think they should.
That is the earliest. 14 is the earliest that you can start HRT.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's what I just said. Yeah, I think kids should, the ones that be, monitored when they're going through these stuff, because we can't have a bunch of people, out here with, mental illnesses and stuff like that.
What?
Yeah, because how
have people out here with mental illnesses.
Yeah, well, we can, but like I'm not saying like undiagnosed or not being, helped.
People have undiagnosed
yeah, but when
mental disorders all the time. Like what?
Yeah, but I don't think they should be like like unmonitored. I don't think they should be like.
Nobody's advocating for trans kids to be unmonitored.
I never said anything like that, Mel.
Well, then what are you saying? You're not making any sense.
Like I said, we need those kids that's going through these things at a young age, right? I said that they should have therapy. They should be looked after. They should be cared about. I said that. Good. So they won't grow up and be undiagnosed.
Being diagnosed doesn't make any sense. Because what do you think children are getting diagnosed with?
No.
That's the question.
You're not making any sense.
Kids can have depression. Kids can have BPD. Kids can have schizophrenia.
Isn't depression having?
I never said that. But
what is that? Then why are you talking about something completely different?
Listen. But if these kids are sheltered from any type of care when they are young, and people don't care about them and people just ignoring them and they're saying who they are and stuff like that, that could lead to mental health problems, can it not?
Sure.
Exactly. So these kids should be, monitored and have therapy and stuff at this young age so they don't grow up and have these undiagnosed mental disorders. Am I correct?
Okay, so you're saying that children should have whatever type of health care that they need.
Yes, but you guys making it seem like I'm saying some sort of different thing.
I'm not. I'm trying to understand what you're saying because I literally.
But you're saying what? What are you talking about? Like you don't know what I'm saying.
Well, because you started talking about undiagnosed like mental health conditions,
because you didn't hear. Yeah, I said that because we don't want. Like I said, I'm talking about undiagnosed because we don't want these kids growing up and having undiagnosed mental illnesses or mental disorders or.
Okay, that's great, but those things don't necessarily correlate, right? Like being transgender and the things you're saying, because I asked you something very specific.
Oh my God! So
and then you started going on about like something.
This is the whole thing y'all advocate for. This is the whole thing y'all advocate for, but for some reason, when I'm saying it or when quote unquote opposition is saying it, y'all don't understand what I'm saying.
No, you just didn't phrase it in the best way.
I did, but you guys, like, I don't know if you guys are listening or not.
We didn't understand your phrasing.
Undiagnosed mental conditions, right? That's what you said, and that's not what I was asking you. So that's why I was trying to understand.
No, you asked me, do I think kids should have the access to gender affirming care? I said yes. Getting therapy and all this is gender affirming care.
Yeah, great.
Is it not? So what did I say wrong?
Because you started talking about undiagnosed mental health, like those can be for any kids can have like a mental health.
So that wasn't on the line with the question that you asked me?
You don't have to be transgender to have a mental health condition. I was specifically asking about transgender kids. That's why I was confused.
Mel. Yes. You asked me, hold up, hot dog. I want to talk what Mel said. You asked me, I just want to break it back. You asked me, do I think kids should have access to gender affirming care? What is gender affirming care? What is that? That's therapy, right? That's hormone therapy, right?
It can be, yeah.
Well, you know all of it. Can you tell me what is gender affirming care like? What does that fall under? Like,
again, it's going to depend on the child, but typically, yes, therapy is the first step. Most children will get therapy.
Yes.
Yeah, and then maybe
Yes.
puberty blockers, possibly HRT, eventually, possibly surgeries. Yeah.
Yes, and then after I said that, I said yes. I think they should have gender affirming care because you don't want them walking out here with undiagnosed mental disorders. Because some kids.
Right. Okay, being transgender does not mean that you have an undiagnosed mental disorder. That's what you're saying.
I didn't say that because it correlates with when some of these kids in the LGBT community are ignored or just not cared for and nobody care about their feelings. They most probably end up with some type of depression, trauma, stuff like that. Yes, these kids need therapy.
Okay, why did I ask you this specific question?
Because you didn't think I would say that. You don't think I would advocate for trans
No,
kids.
I was making sure that you would, right? Because you could have been hypocritical, right? Because you're like, oh, I don't want a 26-year-old like coming out when they're 26 and then using the restroom, right?
Yeah,
a lot of times people are hypocritical when it comes to that, right? They want people to wait until they're adults, basically forcing them through a puberty that is not aligned with their identity, and then expects them to be able to be cis-assumed at that age, and that those things contradict each other. So that's why I was asking you if you were pro gender affirming care for kids.
Yes, save the kids. These kids need to be saved these days. Okay, these kids need to be looked after. These kids.
Great. Cool.
Yes, look at that person, whoever that is, just say, I don't want them to have gender dysphoria because, you guys religiously say that gender dysphoria probably ruined your life until y'all got gender affirming, surgeries and care and stuff like that. I don't see how I'm on y'all question me thinking like I'm some sort of.
It was the way you said it. It was the way you said it. Oh yeah, we don't want kids having undiagnosed mental health conditions.
We're questioning your articulation.
We don't want that to happen.
The Kobe, we're questioning your articulation.
That was it.
Okay,
you
so
clarified.
It wasn't what I said. It was how I said it.
No, it was what you said.
Clarified. Then we looked for clarification. You clarified. We're good now.
It wasn't what you meant. It was what you said.
I don't know. I just thought y'all was trying to demonize me for.
No, we were trying to understand what you were saying.
Well, just to re-clarify, kids should have gender affirming care if they need it.
Fantastic. Awesome. Love it.
W. Lakobe.
Just making sure.
I'm not because I still y'all probably still think I'm a T-phobe, okay? And I'm not.
Well, I do think you're transphobic. I'm glad you support trans kids, but I do think you're transphobic.
How? That's
because you don't want trans women in women's restrooms.
Okay, Adora, let's break it down. I do think you're a woman, right?
Do I belong in women's spaces?
Well, I see. I don't think you. I don't think you would get. I don't think you would get bothered, but I do think people would question.
Is it up to like other people questioning you whether or not you should be in a space? That seems so harmful.
I'm not going to be somewhere I'm not welcome.
You what?
I'm not going to be somewhere I'm not welcome.
Thank you.
Oh, hot dog. I don't know if we're hearing your background noise.
Oh, sorry. That was my nurse.
Okay, you're fine.
I said I'm not going to be somewhere I'm not welcome.
Well, that's not okay. If somebody just doesn't want me somewhere because they think I'm a bitch, right? That happens. Is that valid reason for me not to be there?
I mean, for safety reasons.
We're back to safety,
but to me on whether or not I should be in that space, right?
No, would you be in a space where people don't like you? If you knew that they were calling you the B word, would you be there? If you knew that your friends were calling you a B behind your back.
Friends? Okay, that's different. All right. Here's the thing, right? The idea is that if someone doesn't want me in a space, like if someone doesn't want me in the bathroom with them because they don't like me for being me, that is a problem. Okay, let me receive that. In private spaces, like say if you were in a classroom and
kids, or say if you're in high school and somebody didn't like you in that classroom, well, you have a reason to be there, and even if they don't like you, you would still be there. And then, like, not everybody is like that. And if somebody
and it works the same way for the bathroom.
Not really.
Yes, it does, because you're supposed to be there. You're going there to go pee.
Okay, you're supposed to be in the bathroom when you have to pee. It doesn't mean you're supposed to go in the bathroom. You can choose the bathroom that you want to go.
Women can go in the women's restroom. Men can go in the men's restroom.
Yeah, I think trans women should go in the women's bathroom if they pass. I don't know if you got that.
That is so problematic.
Do you know how much it costs to get to a level of passing? To get to your level of passing?
You don't even know about level of passing.
Yes, we do, because you stated it.
Assumed to be cisgender, right?
No, that's not what I said. If okay, let me say this. If they're on that passability level when you can't tell, that obviously means they were on some type of hormones. That means their testosterone levels went down. Making sure they're no longer a threat to women.
What?
Males.
Okay. Males what?
If they if a male passes for a cis woman, like on the line that you can't tell, there are obviously their testosterone levels are really low. They're probably. Is it possible for a male to have higher estrogen levels than?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. See, yeah. If they're if their estrogen levels are higher than their testosterone levels, and you can see that they pass for a woman, or you can't tell if they're cis woman or not, then why not allow them into the bathroom?
What if a transgender person can't go on hormones?
I either think they should go, for those people, I'm not going to say I don't care about them or I don't care about their feelings or their passability level, but I feel like they should, try.
That's ableism and classism. Because not all transgender people are healthy enough to go on hormones. Not all transgender people have the finances to go on hormones. So that is ableism and classism.
For the access, especially youth.
I wouldn't say obviously I care about their feels and stuff like that, but when it comes to other people's
you're not showing that, Lakobe.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna I don't hate trans people or have some sort of aversion or even prejudice towards them, but I think that if there's a two-sided party, this person wants to go into the women's bathroom and they're trans and they don't really pass as well, make that effort as to look like a cis woman, because is that the goal?
Not
do you require cisgender women to make an effort to look like cisgender women?
No, because if at the end of the day, if there are cis women, then you have no right to tell them what bathroom.
I agree. You have no right to tell them that they don't belong in the women's restroom.
It doesn't matter what they look like.
You don't have the rights to deny us.
That's
the whole point. It does not matter what you look like.
It's not a level of denial, though.
No, look, let's talk about passing. Passing is a high effort thing. It's typically going to require doing your hair. It's going to require your makeup. It's going to require a nice outfit. It doesn't matter if you've had all the surgeries and are on the hormones. If you don't make the effort to look a certain way, passing is an absolutely exhausting thing. What if a transgender woman just wants to go out and about town in a nice and cozy manner without her makeup on, without her hair all done fancy, and in just a sweatshirt and sweatpants? Is she not allowed to use the women's restroom now because she's not making an effort?
Yeah, if I can be gender nonconform or present in a gender nonconforming manner, then a trans woman should be able to too.
I really I never said makeup is a point of trying or anything like that. I never said
constantly talk about
getting all glammed up is a part of looking some way. I just think it's just like on a eye test type level. Like, okay, I just want to get more broad into this. Somebody like Hunter Schafer or like
Wait, off topic, but like Hunter Schafer is so fucking hot. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like somebody like her or somebody like Demi Looney. I don't know if y'all see her on TikTok. Somebody like her. I think those are like good examples of somebody that.
Yeah, but that's, you have to understand, like, that's a privilege to be able to look like that.
Guys, Hunter Schafer is pro-Palestine. We don't have to block her. She's awesome.
Oh, that's nice. That's good to know.
Yeah, but Hunter, that's a privilege. That's passing privilege, man.
And these types of things are also very harmful, again, for cis women, right?
What?
That you need to look a certain way to be valid as a woman.
So is it okay for me to go into the bathroom looking the way that I do?
Is your profile picture a good example of what you look like now?
Yeah.
Oh, can you hear me now? Yeah, I think so.
So then why is it not okay for trans women to go looking like me?
Like, I mean, you're on the level of like, you're on that level of, you know, say if you were a trans woman or you were born male at birth and you look like the way you do exactly right now in that profile picture, I feel like, yeah, you're on that level that you could go into the women's bathroom if you wanted to.
That's the whole point. What do you mean a level?
Yeah, but what is it about me that looks like I'm on some type of level?
I mean, I wasn't saying like a level in a like literal sense, but I'm saying like in like you're on that line between.
That's the whole point of this, right? That is problematic. You're putting some type of standard to be, to again pass as a woman, to be valid as a woman, and these standards are also harmful to cisgender women. It's harmful to women as a whole.
Like I said earlier, like if you are a cis woman, like born female at birth and your gender aligns with woman, whatever how way y'all put it, you don't nobody has the right to question you or.
Then why are you doing that?
I'm not questioning cis women.
How do you know the difference?
You're holding a different standard for trans women.
You're not going to know the difference.
Standard to trans women because they were born males going into a female.
How do you know what sex someone is?
Exactly.
What sex somebody is? Like I wouldn't I'm like if I'm being honest with y'all, I wouldn't know somebody was born female unless we got to that level where I'm seeing those.
But you wouldn't know. That's the point.
How do you know I'm not?
That's literally the point. You're saying cis women can look like anything. They can look however they want, but trans women cannot. I need to know that they are a woman by looking at them.
How do you know I'm not intersex?
Listen, my whole statement was.
Wait, no, just answer my question.
I wouldn't know because you simply couldn't tell.
Oh, okay.
Right, you don't know.
But my whole statement wasn't talking about genitals. I really don't care about genitals.
But you are saying you do, not that you care about genitals, but you're saying that you're being cis. Like, again, being cisgender, you're saying you can look however you want. If you're a cisgender woman, you can present yourself however you'd like. But if you're trans, you cannot.
Cisgender or AFAB now.
What is AFAB?
I'm non-binary, so I'm not necessarily a woman, but you still, because I was born female at birth.
Assigned female at birth.
Yeah, you still say that it's okay for me to present however I want.
Because female spaces are for females and male spaces are for males.
No, they're not. They're men and women.
So I don't know if didn't Adora can answer this question thing. Didn't you say that you have female, like you said, what is phenotype? Because I heard y'all say, what is that?
It's your external expression of your genotype. Like it's characteristics like your genitalia, your hormone levels, your body hair, your skin texture, etc.
Okay, so these things are like those things are equated with females.
Yeah, typically, women have softer skin, etc. Typically, women have breasts. Typically, women have vaginas.
Yeah, because you said earlier in the conversation that I have soft features, so that's the reason why you like that would be like my phenotype.
Okay, yeah. See, like all those things that Adora just stated, like soft skin, breasts and something else. Like all these things are. I feel like those are like valid reasons for a woman to go into, any type of woman to go into a female.
Oh, so trans women too. Trans women are a type of woman. So any type of woman, great, we're good.
Right, you're not recognizing that you have a double standard here. It's weird.
Yeah, you're not holding. You're not expecting cisgender women to look a certain way, but you are expecting trans women to look a certain way. That's incredibly problematic.
Because I feel like it's not a problem if they are a cis woman going into these female cis woman spaces. That's not a problem.
Why does it become a problem when it's a trans person?
Exactly.
What's the difference?
Because, like I said earlier, males, they are males, right? Trans women, trans women are males. Can trans women not be a male?
What's that have to do with this?
Can trans women not be a male?
Yeah, I never denied that. What does that have to do with this?
A trans woman could be in a box.
Because I said this earlier. Males naturally are more aggressive.
And now I need you. I'm gonna ask you this again. You failed to do this before. I need you to provide me a study that shows that transgender people pose a threat to cisgender people. That's what I need you to do.
Adora. All right. I don't want this.
Yeah, because you did this whole.
We're waiting.
You did this whole again, well, it's about your sex. Is it about your sex or is it about how you look? You keep switching things. And again, we'll go back to children then.
Okay.
We'll go back to children then. So a transgender woman who went through female puberty as a child.
Mm-hmm.
They're still male. So can they go in the woman's restroom or not?
Okay, I'm gonna answer your question now.
Great.
But let me put this out on the table first, okay? Just so y'all can get my side, because I feel y'all
trying to show you your double standard. That's all.
Yeah, I get what you're trying to do, but I feel like this will answer your question, okay? Let me lay this on the table on what I think. I think anybody who passes as, the typical cis woman, right? Or even if they are a cis woman, and if they wanted to express themselves however they want, okay? Because they're still women, they're still cis women, they're still presenting as a cis woman, right? They're okay to go into them. I'm not saying they're okay, but they should go into whatever women's spaces. I think trans women that pass.
Adora, please pull up a clip of Brittany Griner.
I know who Brittany Griner looks like.
You know what she sounds like? Do you know what she sounds like?
Yes, I know. I'm in the basketball. I know what she sounds like.
Respectfully, she sounds like a man.
So she's fine?
She sounds like a man, but she is a woman.
This
I
is
have a masculine voice, but I'm a woman.
This is where the whole problem comes in again. This idea that we have to, in our brains, know what a woman is.
So
right?
I want to be clear here. Brittany Griner sounds like a woman. There isn't a right way to sound like a woman. She has a voice that is deeper, and deeper voices are typically associated with masculine people. But she has the voice of a woman because she's a woman.
Yes, we see like these women that usually are taller and like more athletic and stuff like that. They do have deeper voices, like.
Because at the end of the day, it's about the gender identity.
Right. We need to stop assuming people's genders as a society as a whole.
It wasn't the fact that I'm assuming. I don't know.
You want to be able to look at someone and say, "That's a woman." That's what you want.
No, I really don't care at the end of the day, because even if I saw somebody that like probably that doesn't pass as a woman, like in public, and walks into the women's bathroom, I'm not gonna sit there and try and berate them and stop them like, hey.
But as long as they were assigned female at birth, it's fine.
You said what?
As long as they were assigned female at birth, you don't care. It doesn't make sense, because these are things that you would not know unless the person discloses. You have a double standard.
It's not a double standard. It's
You
my
have
point of view on how I view somebody.
You literally have a different set of rules for cisgender people than you do for trans people. That is literally a double standard. This is not up for debate.
Adora, I don't know if you heard me, but I said trans women can go into the women's bathroom. I did say that.
Conditionally.
Yes.
Policy, thank you.
If they pass, is what you said. If someone can look at them and say, that's a woman, then they can use the restroom. And that is going to vary depending on what person looks at them. That is problematic.
And subjective.
Subjective. I always get those fucking things mixed up.
That's the whole point, Vanessa. It is subjective. I don't like what y'all to look at bodies.
Right, stop doing it. It is going to be subjective.
Yeah, but I don't want y'all to look at me and act like I think that everybody should hold the view that I have.
We're trying to get you to recognize your double standard and change your view and recognize how it's problematic and harmful to women as a whole.
Okay, so do y'all think a man, I shouldn't say a man, but somebody who just came out yesterday, right? They still look like, the typical man, right? The typical cis man. Do you think they should have the right to go into the women's bathroom as they are?
The right? Yes.
Why?
Sure. Because they're a woman. Now, again, you're like kind of missing the point here, though, is that like people, even trans people, realize that they live in a society where people judge them.
Yeah.
It's incredibly rare for someone who just came out to just walk into a restroom that their identity aligns with.
Literally.
But like,
they're going to take time. They're going to assess the situation.
And it's the other way around
If they
too.
want to, go ahead.
With trans men, it's the same thing. It's like they don't have the confidence to most of the time they don't have the confidence to just start using the bathroom that they align with right away.
Okay, so you guys don't think it could be an instance that somebody who saw a male or like a cisgender male walking into a bathroom and saying, almost like they're about to walk into a bathroom, and somebody stops them and say, "Hey, you're not, you're not a woman," or something like that, or you don't look like a woman.
That's a problem. Keep stopping people and saying you don't look like a woman.
Yeah, but I'm saying, imagine somebody
unless the person is trying to commit a crime or harm someone.
That's exactly where I was going. I'm like, what if they were afraid to stop him, and by you guys' logic, that person is a woman.
If someone's doing something inappropriate in a restroom, do what you got to do to stop it. Do what you got to do to protect yourself and those around you. If someone goes into, I don't care what they look like, if they go into a restroom and they're doing something weird, they probably don't belong there.
Exactly.
But if you're going into a bathroom,
you can't tell because that person is walking into a bathroom, though.
What?
I mean, you can't tell because that person is walking to a bathroom. You can't see anything beyond those walls.
You can't tell, period. If a man goes into a men's restroom, you can't tell if he's going in there to do some level of harm. You can't tell until they're doing something wrong.
That's my exact point. You have to that's literally my exact point. You can't tell, these people, they should be questioned. They should be. Because you said, why? Okay, if there's a cis man walking into that bathroom to do harm, and somebody is afraid to stop that man because, I don't know, they might identify as a woman and it's offensive to try to stop somebody from walking into that bathroom, how is, you wouldn't be able to know. You couldn't tell. You can't
just tell if someone's going to commit a crime by the way they look.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that.
And
But
still, I have used the public women's restroom my entire life. I have never like really paid attention to who the fuck is in there. Like this whole scenario is just silly. It really is.
Because the people look like they belong there. If you saw somebody like, not me, but somebody, I don't know, like
Right,
Henry
so
Cavill is somebody.
instance that you're talking about is going to be so rare that, again, if you see someone and it looks like they're going to be committing some kind of crime or they're doing something shady, then that is different than someone just walking into the restroom to use the fucking restroom.
Mel, all I'm saying is like you can never tell. You could never tell.
Right, so people who pass, which I hate, as women can also be in there wanting to commit crimes.
Yeah, but I'm saying those women, those cis belong there,
so they can commit the crimes.
Wait, Mel, those women that are trans and that pass that look like women probably have higher estrogen levels and hormone levels. Therefore, meaning a cis woman has a higher chance of defending herself against somebody.
What the fuck? What? What? Oh my god! Really?
Mel, would you rather fight the strongest man? Would you rather fight the weakest man or the strongest woman?
I don't fight.
What? Wait. You're not trying to suggest that the weakest man is stronger than the strongest woman.
Oh, I didn't even listen to that.
No, I never said that. I never said that.
Okay, then what were you trying
to say? It's not the strength level. It's not the strength level. It's the factor that I think most women would take on I feel like most women would take on the fact that that person is a woman than the fact to take on somebody that's a man. I'm not saying they're stronger or that the strongest woman is weaker than the strongest man. I'm saying that a woman would fight a woman. Not
all right, I gotta ask, man or bear?
Man or bear?
Yeah, I gotta ask.
You want me to tell you why?
Man or bear? In the woods.
For a woman or for me?
Surely you're familiar with the debate that's been happening recently.
Are you telling? Like, would I fight are you talking about me or a woman?
Oh my god! Do you not know the whole?
Yeah, but are you talking about me or a woman though?
The scenario applies to women.
Okay. Yes. Okay. I think. On a level, I think women should pick the bear, and I think they should pick the bear.
Well, so help me out with your analogy. Help me out. Where were you going with that?
What, the strongest man and the strongest woman?
Yeah, misunderstood. Maybe I misunderstood. Help me out.
So hold on. I typically just don't want to fight people, right? Like I don't fight people. However, if someone is harming my child or something, or I need to protect someone else, I will fight anyone. I don't care who they are. Like I will. Like, so I don't know. I just feel like that's just another silly scenario.
How are you a green and red flag at the same time?
I know, huh?
Seriously.
What are y'all talking about? What? I don't look.
Like this is wild to me. Like your project affirming care for kids, awesome. Absolutely love that. That's fantastic. Yeah. But when those kids have to go to the bathroom, suddenly there's a problem. Like,
no, I don't think. Well, I don't think those kids like at that age, like, well, I would say like the age.
Are you about to go back on your gender affirming care?
So now you're a red flag again.
No. Y'all didn't even let me hear what I said. I think
you're right. I didn't let you finish. Go for it.
I think those kids that like there are like those trans kids should use because at that age, I don't think anybody is like really gonna like press you and have any like harsh views on that shit. Like,
oh, they do.
Wait, yeah, you can say, but will they go to level like going to that level as a cis male though, or a cis man though? Because we know how like men are more emotional and like can't control their anger and stuff like that well.
These things that you're saying are actually just harmful stereotypes. You know that, right?
What, that men are more like emotional?
And they can't control their anger?
I mean, we can see this with look at the like extreme crime rates. Like
excuse, men can control their anger, but because of toxic masculinity, they don't.
I wouldn't say that's to a level, because look at the most like extreme crimes, like cis men is all at the top of those. Like it's 90%.
It's not just like biological. It's also societal. It's societal. This idea that like because men are like made to be this way, it's acceptable.
Made?
It is. It's the whole boys will be boys mentality.
Yeah, I hate that term too, because that's a very harmful, like.
You are a green and a red flag. It's fucking weird.
No, because y'all think everything is like not complex. Y'all think because I have one view, I subscribe to this other view because most people with that view subscribe to this view. It's not that. It's more complex than that. And I feel like if y'all talk to people more, ask people more questions, like
you talk to people all the time, don't?
Yeah, but those people are small brains. Like they like don't see anything past the level of, you know, of what they were taught to think and stuff like that. I wouldn't subscribe to everything that's taught to me. I would take that information in and compare it to something else to get like a better view on these things like that.
Do you think women, like females or cisgender women, I don't know how I want to word, people assigned female at birth are typically are more nurturing, or they have some type of like motherly instinct?
No, not really. The only reason I think that, because you can see like I don't like, because there's all the different types of like personalities women have. Like you can see.
So that works the same way when it comes to like men and aggression.
Because we can make this synopsis on like looking at the stats and stuff like that. Like we can see that it's 10% women commit violent crimes.
It's not just because of testosterone. It's not just because of hormones. It's because of society.
Okay. So what do you think about like the fact that male animals have a higher aggression levels than female animals?
We're talking about human beings.
And I said it's not just that.
Additionally, there are species where the female is more aggressive than the male.
You said it against. No, you said against Adora?
Additionally, there are loads of species where the female is more aggressive than the male, so that's why we're talking specifically about humans.
Oh yeah, we can get back on the human talk, but like what I was saying was like we can look at the evidence and make this make that claim by looking at the amount of like the violence, like the violence level about crimes, 90% men, 10% women. If we like think about this, we can say like, oh, women.
Now I need those same stats, but with trans people taken into consideration. I've asked for this several times. You have not.
Adora, but look, the thing is, like, yeah, even if I do look it up, the stats are probably lower. It's probably an anomaly that we wouldn't see.
A lot of this is because, like, boys, as children, boys are taught that they're supposed to be aggressive. They're supposed to be, like, aggressive. I don't know the other word I'm looking for. It's harmful. This idea that you said that men can't control their anger. Yes, they can. Yes, they can.
I never. Okay, they can control their anger, but not at the levels that women do. That's why I was bringing it back to the statistics on violent crime rates. Like, if we look at that, we can see that and think that women probably control their emotions better than men. And Mel, I'm not going to like. You're probably smarter than most men because we know that most women are smarter and higher.
That's another problematic stereotype.
It's facts. Women graduate at higher rates than men. Men are.
Okay. Guys, it's 12:30. I have therapy in half an hour. I'm going to end the live now. Lakobi, thank you for coming up.
Thanks.
Bye.
Okay. All right. That's it for this live, guys. Thank you for the for the Panther Paws, CC Creation. Mel, Those were some great arguments. That was fun. All right.
I have never seen anybody like Vanessa said though that has like those mixed. Usually they do follow all of the same opinion.
Yeah, that was
It was really interesting. I don't know. I think it was a good conversation. I just wish that we could have got somewhere with it. Like, recognize that you have a double standard.
Literally.
It's harmful. It's just harmful.
All right, guys, so I'm going to end in just a moment here. I want to say thank you to everyone who subscribed over here, everyone who followed over here. You guys are amazing. Don't forget that I am fundraising for a family in Palestine. If you guys could check out my profile and click on my link tree, that'll bring you to the GoFundMe. It's Shadia Look and his family. They're trying to escape Gaza. They need 30,000 euros. We've raised nearly 2,000 euros. You guys have done amazing. We got a lot of work to do still, so please consider checking out that link tree in my bio. That'd be greatly appreciated. All right, see y'all later.
Bye, Adora. Bye, Mel.
Bye.
Bye.